Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Newbeing Queen Facebook page. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome with us on tonight. This is going to be really good on tonight. I'm so excited about it. So excited about it. I want y'all to go ahead and take the time and share this video. Share it, share it. Okay. We got a beautiful, not beautiful, a handsome man of God on tonight that I'm so excited to be interviewing him. And it's such a blessing, y'all, for me to have him here. So before I bring him up, I want y'all to just start sharing the video, um, sharing this broadcast on today. Ready for y'all just to go ahead and like and share. So let me go ahead and get in my position where I can start sharing. I'm so excited about tonight. Y'all know I always bring some phenomenal guests on Newbeing Queen Talk Show. And this one here is no different. Like, we're gonna really have us a lot of fun on tonight. We're gonna talk about some things. This man of God is an entrepreneur. I'm talking about, he's doing a whole lot of stuff. Like, even the little things that he shared with me is still, way more than what he's already shared with me. Okay, he's doing a whole lot more than just a podcaster, because he's a great podcaster. And so we need some people to get on his broadcast. So, we need to get that out there. We need to get some more people to get on his broadcast, because he is absolutely phenomenal. A man of God, has a humble spirit. Oh my goodness. I'm just excited to just introduce him to you all. And y'all, guess what? Some of you all know that this Saturday, well, if you don't know, this Saturday, Nubian Queen is relaunching the shapewear. So we're going to talk about the shapewear, and we're going to talk about the event that's coming up and some of the things that's going to be going on that night. And guess what? He's going to be there. So y'all need to come be nosy. Y'all need to come and see some models modeling some shapewear. It may be some shapewear that you may want to wear. It may be some shapewear that you want to buy for your queen, family member, and the like. Or either this broadcast here, y'all have this opportunity to get in touch with this man of God, because he has a wonderful podcast that y'all are going to want to be a part of this podcast. Like, I'm so excited to be able to introduce him, because like I said, he's doing some phenomenal things. And I'm just giving y'all some time to go ahead and share this video. So he's an entrepreneur. He's the host and CEO of Speakin the Real podcast. We're talking about, listen, when you say Speakin the Real, we're talking about being real, being transparent, being open, being honest, like being really honest and just telling the truth. I mean, something that's going to help set the captives free, and just open up to people and just allow people to see the real you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time out for all the covering up and things like that. But it's time for us to let people know the things that we've been through in life, because those things has helped us to get where we are today. Okay? So that's why we got to talk about it. That's why we are here on tonight. And I'm going to be bringing this man of God up so that you all can get to see the man who's been doing my videos. So it's been some videos that's been posted on Facebook. Listen, he's been the one that's been doing a lot of the videos. Okay. So, not only is he a podcast, have his own podcast, he's the CEO of Go Get It Records LLC. So if you're looking for somebody that has a record company, that has a company, that a recording company, you say, well, I want to be recorded. I can rap, or I can sing. Listen. So he's the hookup. He's the one. He's the one with the voice. So if you have a voice, he's the one that you want to connect with. This is why we're doing this podcast on tonight. If you have a voice, he is the one that you want to connect with, so you can get your voice out there. So not only is it the podcast, okay, he also have he has a record label. So y'all need to connect with the man of God. And y'all, I wish that we've had his son and his daughter. Both of them are doing really great, have their own record company, record business, record songs and things like that. And I'm sure he's going to talk about that too, okay? So he's also the owner of Imperial Essential Body Oils, African Soul. He also was a host and radio personality in Lake City. So this man has done so much. And as Mr. Lake City, from 2005 to 2006 at JB Magic 107.7 FM. It was also the first Black-owned radio station in Lake City, now known as the Angel Radio Station. And I introduce to you all King Carlton Clarity, the man of the hour.
How you doing?
Hey,
how you doing?
King, how are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I am wonderful. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Go ahead and come a little music out so I can go ahead and hear your voice.
All right. I'm glad
So
to
we
be
can
able to
all
have
can hear your voice. This has been a long time coming. So we've been talking for a while, for a few weeks now, and gotten to know each other a lot better. So I'm just excited to just have you on with us on tonight. So I'm so
Okay.
glad that we finally connected.
I'm glad to be on. I've said to myself, I'm ready to actually start talking. I didn't do too much talking, but I'm ready to start talking now because I'm building this doing a lot of stuff and building some things. I'm trying to be as positive as I can be with it. When positive is negative is there. So I so appreciate you. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to help with your project as well, because we have to understand that unity is detrimental for our community and for our people as well. We need to unify ourselves and help each other, So I thank you for allowing me to be of help for you.
Amen. Yeah, it's a pleasure for me, for you coming and saying, and that's the thing, we are all trying to do our own separate things instead of saying, I have my thing, you have your thing. Why don't we come together and collaborate? You know what I'm saying? Why we
Right.
can't come together and connect and make this thing really big? Because you have what I don't have.
Right.
And yeah, and it's so awesome that you can do that. So listen, I'm gonna stop because I'm getting too excited. I can feel it. I can feel
I
it.
love it.
I
I
can
love it. I
feel
love
it.
it. I love it.
I can
I
feel
love
it.
it.
And so I'm excited to know that you got business owners and bosses and entrepreneurs and everybody connected together. Because when they come to this event, they're going to see you and you're going to be introducing them to your podcast. Like you're going to be the one interviewing the people as they're coming up. And let's talk about your podcast. Let's dive into your podcast. Tell us more about your podcast.
Well, actually, the podcast is I started out 2 years ago, and I had the
Uh-huh.
podcast named Go Get It 386.
Uh-huh.
I actually changed it after a year because I wanted to actually to go in to another narrative as when
Okay, we having some difficulties here with the freezing up and stuff. So he'll come back on. Okay. Did he come back on?
okay.
Okay, then he is. Okay, you talk about the narrative. Okay, let's talk about that.
So, so I started so that so people can start speaking more because I know we also have the main thing that's in our community now is a communication gap.
Right,
And
right.
the only reason it's a communication gap because a lot of people, we take one word out of a sentence and we consider that to make the narrate the sentence. So my podcast, Speaking in the Real, is just to give a person a chance to speak how they feel. And the real is how you feel
Come
until
on.
somebody talk with you, and then you feel, and then you find out that either you was a little incorrect or you might have been correct. But so
Mm.
if we don't take the time to listen, we'll never know if we're hearing the real. And a lot of times we don't like to take information from people because of who they are. The information
Oh,
could be great information, but since it's them telling me, I'm gonna say it's no good. So
oh,
we got a communication gap. So that's what my podcast is for. My podcast is not for anybody that wants to come on and if you're afraid to speak. My podcast, if you want to ask whatever question you want to ask me about, whatever, I'm gonna respond right now because we can only go on what we was taught.
right.
So
Wow.
then that's what actually the podcast is for. And I was like, okay, I have been praying and actually wanting a spotlight, like the one
Uh-huh.
like the one that you actually offered me. And that
Right.
was, hey, can you come in and help me? And I'm like, yeah. And
Yeah.
when I started helping you, you actually received my help. Sometimes
Yeah.
people, I used to teach when I used to teach in Sunday school at New Day Springs. It was one thing I used to tell them that I used to say is this: you also have to you have to know who's receiving from you what you're receiving as well as the giver. You could say something to somebody, but they're not receiving it the way you're giving it. it could be
Ooh.
misconstrued in
Yes.
a certain way. So you have to know you're not going to talk to a 2 year old the way you talk to an 8 year old. So,
Right.
so you want to know the receiver of what you get if you are actually trying to deliver a positive message. So those are things that I live by as well. Just know who you're talking to and know what you're telling the person that you're talking to. So that's that podcast. This podcast I got is, I mean, it don't have no boundaries. I'm telling
Right.
you, it has no boundaries at all. I'm willing to talk to anyone. I'm willing to let anyone come on and speak because it's all about how you feel. And if everybody has a voice, then everybody should be heard.
Right. That's awesome. Like, because it's not just like you said. You said, "Hey, you come on." And if it's like, oh, well, it kind of seems like it's going to be a little controversial. Or if it's like, no, you know what, that, no, 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 that's not right. Or that was wrong. That was wrong teaching. Like we were taught wrong. It's kind of like someone keep it real, and we're going to be taught and we're going to talk about, that was wrong and how we were raised in error or we've done some things wrong. It's almost like, this keep it real. Now let's just keep it real and just be honest. This is what was really
Right.
going on. So people are really looking for that kind of stuff these days. They're looking for people that's going to keep it real and that don't mind saying, let me hold on right there. Let me correct you. So I'm
Right.
telling you that's gonna be a whole nother podcast to listen to. Because people like when other people get on and they think they're gonna be high and mighty, they're gonna say whatever, and you be the one to say, wait a minute, I just heard what you said. So, but let me stop you. Let me stop you then correct you because that right there's gonna, I love it. Like,
Yeah, because
yeah.
you are, and it's actually you're gonna go off of the responses you get from the others. See, because my response is that I won't stop a person, and I won't try to like correct them, but I will tell them what I see out of what they said. It's just like reading the Bible. If I
Uh-huh.
if I read a scripture, that scripture might give me a different narrative than what it gives you
Uh-huh.
because that makes
Right.
my narrative wrong and yours right.
Oh.
And that's what speaking the real is about. It's about your real because I was talking with a guy on my job and I was telling him, children are not children don't come out the womb racist. They're taught that.
Mhm. Right.
Children don't come out the room shooting at each other. They're taught that. So what you have to
Come
do is
on.
find out who's teaching it. And if
Oh.
you're the parent and you're not teaching it, then you got to start watching what's going on. So people do what they're
Yeah.
taught. So if
Oh.
I tell you I believe in Allah and you say you believe in Jesus, well, I can't say you was wrong because you was taught Allah. I was taught.
Right.
But once we start talking, I guarantee you Allah and Jesus will be the same person.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Wow. See, that's beautiful. That right there is beautiful because you realize that just because we're raised different, we doing some different stuff or we talk different, that doesn't mean that like your stuff is right and mine is wrong. I love it. I mean, I love that. I love that. I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. And it doesn't mean that you're right or wrong. It just means that hey, we just have a different opinions and it is what it is. So
And then
you are
you have to make sure too. I just like to say this. You have to make sure too. You have to look at all the names that's in the Bible that actually uh, was used for God, and which was charity. If you're not setting it, if you're not setting on that side, then you're on the other side.
mm.
So if you could, I could like my mama might have fed me cake for sweet, and your mama fed you a pie. But was my sweets better than yours, or was my sweets right and wrong? But we both getting the sugar. We both getting the sugar. So it's this podcast. Okay, it's gonna be something to tell you. Actually, I mean, it's gonna be something. I love it. I'm glad I took this time to jump out there. I'm not gonna say I took the time. I'm gonna say I'm glad that God opened the door at this time because I think I know a lot more
Right.
than I knew that I thought I knew 2 years ago when I started the podcast. It's just that God allowed me and prepared me to make sure that I could keep it aired without even putting anything on it all the time. So I know
Mhm.
it's God.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited about it. And I know we talking about your podcast and what you are going to be doing on your podcast. And are you getting guests to come in right now? Are you inviting guests to come to your on your podcast now?
Okay, on my podcast now, what I do on my podcast, I actually pre-record my podcast, and then
Mhm.
I advertise it for like 2 or 3 days, and that gives them a chance to be able to check it out whenever they get ready. I have This is my first live with you. I haven't been live because I actually been, believe it or not, I'm a little camera shy. you know.
Right. Uh-huh.
So this is my first live. I haven't went live with my podcast, but my podcast, you can view my podcast on I think about 12, 13 different platforms. And it's been and I have some guests on there that I interviewed. I think I got, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got close to 50, 60 actual episodes. So
Right.
it's quite a few on there. I just haven't been advertising, but I'm fixing to start now because I connected with you. I'm telling you, if I know it was God, because if I wouldn't have connected with you, I'd probably still be sitting dormant on what I was actually trying to do.
Right. Right.
So
And when
connecting
yeah.
with you, that kind of pushed me forward. So I know God
Mm.
has something to do with it, because He has something to do with all things. Because you see my shirt, I said God over everything. So
I know that's right.
if you trust God, He gonna make the things that you love, especially when you live in the way He want. Now, see, just because I may not be living the way a person think I should, doesn't mean I'm
Come
not
on.
living the way God is accepted. Because we got, it's a million or over a million. I mean, it's a whole bunch of people out there that need to be reached, and everybody
Mhm.
wasn't raised the same, and everybody hasn't been
Right.
through the same thing. If you want to reach the people that's been where you at, you got to go where they at.
Come on now. You
Uh,
gotta
you
say
you got
that.
you got to go with that. You can't reach a person if you're afraid to go in the church, or if you're afraid to go in the streets.
Come on.
See, and if you, that's why in the Bible he tells you to put the whole armor on. You put the whole
Come
armor on.
on.
You're going anywhere. You're going anywhere for
Come
battle.
on.
But that's just one of the things that's going to be talked about on the podcast. I mean, I'm going to get down on the podcast. It's just
I know that's right.
I'm so glad that I got to meet you, and me and you can collaborate. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is this expo.
Oh, oh,
Now,
oh, oh,
this,
oh. You
because
gotta
we can. I got a long time to talk about me, but this expo, I'm so excited about this because of the way it's you've been putting it together, the way we've been talking. Well, we've been talking, and I'm really think of when because I'm already planning trying to be there all day. you know, be there 10 in the morning. I want to check it out. I really
but
do. Now, I'm not just gonna be there for the fashion show. I want to be there all.
okay.
Yeah, I want to be
Oh,
there all because I want to really check it out. And this is the type of thing that drives me. I mean, and it's a blessing that when I seen when I heard what you was doing, I was already following, but I didn't know you had a show in November until my nephew mentioned it to me. I said, "Oh man, Miss Smith
mhm.
just jumped in." So when we connect, it takes us a few days to connect, but we connect. I'm just like, I
I'm trying to tell
real,
you.
I'm real excited. But I do want to ask you a question.
Oh goodness. Ask me. Ask me.
What what actually got you into the shapewear? Like wanting to actually, do the shapewear.
Okay. So since the tables have been turned, listen,
I do
I
that
don't
real
know this.
good now.
Listen,
I
see,
do
that's
that
what
real good.
see, listen, that's what happens when you're speaking the real podcast, and hey. So, well, I'm a curvy queen, right? I'm curvy myself, and I began to gain a whole lot of weight, and I started feeling some kind of way about the weight. Although I always felt like, girl, you still fine, you still good, girl, you cute, girl. But
Right.
it was sometimes I would go into the store shopping, and there'd be some smaller queens, curvy small queens clothes. I'd be like, I wish I could wear that, but on my tongue is gonna be falling all over the place and stuff. So as someone who was, even when I was smaller, even 100 pounds smaller, I still wore shapewear because I always wanted everything to look a certain way. I don't know. I just always like wearing, I just never really, I always wore stuff that made my tummy flatter, and things like that. And so as I got older, I just really started loving shapewear and really loving the way it made me look. Even when I've gained all the weight, I still like the way. I don't like the jiggle. I just don't like, me personally, I don't like the jiggle. And so I felt like, just like I put on these clothes and the garments and I look decent and people say, you look nice. You maybe plus size and curvy, or big girl, or big bone, but you look good in your clothes. And I was like, it's something to that, because a lot of people say that, right? So I was like, it's not me, it's not my body, it is the shapewear. So I was like, well, let me get into the shapewear, but let me take it up a notch. Let me help women. Let me do something that could show women how to wear the shapewear, and what shapewear goes with what outfit and clothes. Because you may have the shapewear, but do you look nice, and do you have the right shapewear to go under your clothes? So
Exactly.
that's what I started looking out for. And then I would go shopping. I would go on Amazon, and they didn't have 3XLs, 4XL, and they, or if you buy it, it was not your size. And I was like, let me find my own stuff. And if I come in contact with some queens that need a certain size, if I just look at them or I listen to them, I could tell them, okay, I think let's try you with this size. And it most of the time it works. Sometimes most of the time it um
Alexa, stop.
so most of the time, most of the time it works. So I just when that's when I got into it. I'm gonna go ahead and take you off mute. But yes, ma'am, yes, sir. That's where I got it from. I wanted to just encourage, and educate women about the shapewear. So some people say, well, where you want to have this event, are they're gonna be they're gonna be seen in the shapewear? Yes, they are, because it's not. I'm not selling sex. I'm letting people see what the shapewear actually look like on real women like me that got two tummies, got,
Right.
fat rolls and side hips and love handles, and it's the and you know what? Oh my goodness, it's like when you're plus size and you're confident. There's nothing like being curvy and confident. I'm just saying, you found a beautiful curvy queen, and curvy could be somebody who's size 10, 11, because we look at you know pictures of women, and we've been, oh, that's the beautiful shape. She don't have no rolls. You can barely pinch her skin, her fat. But you get someone like myself, and you look at me, you're like, oh, she look nice in her clothes for her size, but it's the shapewear. And I would love for all women that want to wear some shapewear to be able to get an opportunity to connect with someone like myself that's in a small town, that could tell them about the shapewear and they could actually see it. But I want to take it to another level. I want it to be more than just shapewear in the business expo. I want people to come in and be entertained. I want them to come and say, that was a different expo than what I've ever experienced. Not only were we educated, not only did we go to class, we connected with this great woman of God that taught us. We was in a great environment. We was interviewed. We had food. We enjoyed ourselves. We learned the shapewear. Am I freezing up on you? Am
No,
I
you're not.
freezing up on you?
No,
Okay.
you're not.
And so
I was looking down at my. I got this phone on vibrate. Yeah, you're not, but you're good.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I was just like, wanting the people to come and get a different experience besides what they of their norm, of the norm. So that's when the fashion show came about. And I was like, God, he said, you can do whatever you want to do with your stuff. And that's so, oh, we're gonna be there all day. So 10 o'clock a.m., we're gonna start a class where we're gonna have entrepreneurs and vendors being educated, and we have a woman that's traveling hours away that's going to teach us how to take our business that we have and show us what we can do with that business and make six figures. So she's going to take her time out with us on that Saturday morning. And then we're going to have our little breakout where we eat little snacks and stuff and then come back to class or whatever. But then that afternoon time, we're going to start preparing and getting ready and things like that for the actual fashion show. And so for the fashion show, we're gonna have the queens that's gonna model the garments, but we're gonna have us a poet there, things like that. We're gonna have our vendors out. So now that they've been educated, they went through the class. Now let's see what they've learned,
Right.
that night. And so we're gonna have our vendors there. And so those who are vendors, they actually come into the event from they go into the class.
Mhm.
They're coming to the
Oh,
event.
okay,
They're
so
selling their garments.
the builders, you're gonna have a time for the builders to come in and go into the class as well, right? Will the
Yeah, so
class
the oh
start
yeah.
then? Okay,
Oh
okay.
yes, yes, yes. So even with yourself, as a
Right.
vendor, you come into the class, listen in, sit down if you want. I know you're coming to interview when you're checking things out,
Right.
but come into class, and then you're going to be sticking around all day, so you might as well come into the class. I'm your vendor.
Right.
You
That's
know,
right.
yes. And then that evening before we get started, we're going to now have opportunity for the people who's coming in at 7 o'clock to patronize the vendors, to go to their table and stuff before the event start. And then
Okay.
once the event start, we're going to, give them a little bit of entertainment, talk to them, let them see the queens model the shapewear. And I'm talking about modeling the shapewear. They're not going to be all covered up. They're going to actually see them
Right.
wearing the garment,
And see,
and yeah, go ahead.
but that's a good thing because when you said about modeling the shapewear, showing and talking to women about the shapewear that actually fits for what they wear, you have women that go out and buy the shapewear, and if they
Mhm.
don't know how to put it on or they don't know what to put it with, they won't buy it because they're I'm not buying it no more because I bought one that didn't fit right. But
That's
now
it.
now you got these models that can show them, okay, this is the shape where you wear with a dress, this is the shape where you wear with shorts, this is the shape where that's okay. All right,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
absolutely. And then some of us, like, we've gotten shapewear, and when we got it, we was like, it didn't fit. I couldn't get in it. But we have to understand the reason why they call it shapewear is because you're gonna be a little uncomfortable trying to get in it. So you gotta squeeze in. It's like a girdle. You gotta see, y'all men, y'all can't
Well,
see,
y'all
y'all know
women
nothing about.
don't do it.
Listen,
I was, I was just saying, boy, y'all go do it. Don't y'all think,
listen.
oh,
I'm trying, but the things that we do for beauty is for us to look good. Y'all men have no idea. Listen, I have my daughter. She was like, "Mom, y'all catfishing the men." "Ah, catfishing?" She said, "Mama, because y'all be looking all fine and stuff. But when y'all take that shapewear off, it's like, oh my goodness, you packed all of that in there." And I was just in awe. But I said, baby, my daughter, when I tell you, speaking the real, listen,
right.
listen,
Speaking the real,
she need to get on your podcast because my baby will tell it like it is. And I was like, baby, I said, no, what happens is, things happen in life. And sometimes life, it goes, and we don't even realize that so much time has passed, months, years have passed, and we've gained weight through trauma, things happening, whether it's thyroid issues, a divorce, having a baby, being depressed, and you just never know what's going on with this woman and why she's gained all of this weight. You have no idea what may have happened to her, and she's gained that weight. But at least, with the shape where she's trying. She's putting forth
right,
that effort instead of just allowing, like I say, letting everything jiggle, jiggle.
right.
I like for, cloak, cover it up, get classy. You can be covered up, classy, and sexy all at the same time.
That's right.
And
That's right.
so, and that's what I want. That's what I want to bring to the table. Classy, sexy, beautiful, and just showing the queens that this is what the shapewear looks like, and this is what you'll look like in this type of garment or dress. This is the garment that you wear with this kind of outfit, to kind of help out. And so I do have to go back and revamp some things with the queen. So I'm glad I'm talking to you about this. So I can go ahead and tell the queens, like, Queen, this is what we got to do now. So I'm glad you asked that question, King. So you don't put something out. You put something out of me. Okay.
Right. Because I've been thinking the whole time. I've been like, okay, and like you said, you don't want people to think you're selling sex. It's just like if you were selling bikini wear. They have
Right.
bikini
Yes.
models. They have all types of models because they're letting you know, okay, if you want to look sexy on the beach, hey, we got the model. You wear this. If your body shaped like this model, whatever. But with
Right.
your shapewear is for the women that want this shape to look nice with garments on. So
Right.
that's it's just like you said, it's another thing for y'all to do to beautify yourself and to build your confidence. And if you're a confident woman, then you want to be your walk and all that gonna be confident when your shape is the way you want it to be at that moment. So that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
it is, because that's what it is. And like the shapewear that we have, because, so not only you don't do all that jiggling, you have something that's going to, make you a little bit more proportion, make you look a little bit smaller. It will help with your confidence. And guess what? You don't see all those panty lines, because us
Right.
curvy queens, our bodies are wide, and and you don't want to see all the dimples, because we do have dimples, say it like,
All women do that.
and,
All women
and
do.
and we,
But even
we want to smooth all that out.
Just to go back on even us men talk about them panty lines now. When we see them panty lines, we be like, oh, I'm just
Oh my, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't even. Now you done told that y'all men, y'all know what y'all looking at. So,
yeah, we watch
oh
y'all
my
women
goodness.
too now. Y'all women know we watching y'all. Yeah, even the men that say they ain't watching y'all. Y'all know that.
But I didn't know y'all was
um,
looking at stuff like that. So I'm
um,
glad you told us that because I
I
was
look at
thinking,
it. If another man on you, if I see a pen now, I look at it because you want anything we look at, we want it to look perfect. So if we see any kind of, we're gonna say something. It's not that you're not perfect. It's just that
right,
that's us. Like us
okay.
men. Some men want to wear their shirts tight enough so their chest can be seen. They arm like me. We do things because we want that attention. It's when you
Oh,
start. It's when you start acting as if you don't want the attention. Is when
got
it
you.
becomes a problem because now you're wrestling with yourself.
Oh, we are not on your podcast, sir. We are
No,
not speaking the real. We are not on speaking the real podcast, sir. You ain't got to be talking. Listen,
okay.
you better tell the truth.
But really,
Didn't you just?
honestly, how long have you been doing this?
So I've been wearing shapewear for years. I've been wearing shapewears for it's been over 20 years. Okay, it's been a long time.
So how long?
Yeah.
When did you start selling it? That's what I mean.
Okay, it's been about 2 years. It's been about 2 years. So the first year that I did, I was just, doing it, and I really didn't know how to market. I had no clue how to market, how to get it out there. I didn't know what to do. And so and I wasn't as confident as I am because it was still I was still learning. But as
Yeah.
I've started doing it and I've gotten even more confident because I've even learned more garments and gotten introduced to more garments, and then the more I got introduced to more garments, the more I wear my own products. And I want to see if they work. If anybody else come to me and says I've had an issue with this garment, then I'll be like, that sounds a little suspicious. Or I can say, well, I can see you may have that issue. You know what I'm saying? But I believe in my garments. I don't wear anything else. I wear my garments only,
Mhm.
and I wear them so that I can give people good reviews and give them an honest opinion about a particular garment, and I will tell them this is what's going to work for you, queen, and I will say, okay, this is going to work, and this is what I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be honest with you, and I just be transparent. So I'm just, so I've been doing the business for 2 years. I've been
Okay.
wearing shapewear for 20 years, probably longer than that. um and I just really have gotten to the point where I'm more confident in it because I've gotten all the garments and I've worn them myself. I know what they look like, I know how they feel, I know what they look like with different type of clothing, whether it's skin, whether it's thin clothing, see-through, sheer. I know what the garment's gonna look like in it. And so I'm good. Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because
And it worked.
well, it's a lot I've been wanting to ask you. That's why I said, well, I'm just gonna ask her when I get on it on T because I'm trying to find out too. Because when I get there,
Uh-huh.
I, I like to be ahead of the game on what I want to do because I'm gonna be interviewing people. That's what I want now. I'm gonna be interviewing people that's coming in that want
Right.
to interview.
Yes.
I'm not gonna rush. I'm not gonna run up on you like Michael Parsons. What I want to do is just if you want to be interviewed for the shape model women as well. And one thing I'm gonna do is this: to anybody that's listening that want to attend, you need to attend. I'm taking that out and say this here. These are some beautiful shapewear models, ladies. These are some beautiful ladies inside and out. I'm talking about. I've been watching, looking at their pictures. I've been like, okay. Now one of them I actually talked to, um, and I mean, beautiful souls, all of them. Just, I
Yeah.
mean, these are women that's looking for shapewear. You need to come out and check this out. Okay, I
Right.
mean, come out and check this. This is A1. And I've also spoken, just to let you know, I also
Uh-oh.
have spoken to a few women that has ordered from you.
Oh, okay. What? Okay.
Yeah, so
So,
I'm like, okay, this is, so that women are ordering it, but to the women that want to know more about it, hey, come on out, man. November the 4th. Now we're gonna start at 10 a.m. But at
with the
7
class,
p.m., there is going to be the shapewear model. So you come out and learn something and be, hey, more than what we got going on. So I just want to make sure I put that little advertising out there because I'm gonna be there, and I'm asking all the women that want to know about it. Say, well, come on out, beautiful women, beautiful women, beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, and then not only will they learn about the shapewear, but they will also come in, to the class. So if they even want to come to just to the class and they say, well, I don't want to be a vendor, I don't want to pay $50 to be a vendor. But see, the $50 will get you access to everything. You'll get access to the class, to the event, and then you can sell your items. And now if you just want to come to the classroom, you just come to the class, that's $25. But if you want to come to the event that night, that's 15. And so, I'm just so excited because we're gonna have Speaking the Real podcast there outside, interviewing people as they're coming up. So I'm telling you, it is not gonna be what Jasper, Florida is used to, because that's where it's gonna be, at Greenwood School in Jasper, Florida. So if anybody know where the old Greenwood School is next to Great Pond Church. So if anybody who's listening in on tonight, check it out. It's going to be at the old Greenwood School by near Great Pond Church in Jasper, Florida. And I'm telling you, it is. Listen, if nobody have not known where's Jasper, listen, we're gonna put Jasper, Florida on the map. Okay, baby,
Right.
we're gonna put Jasper because it would not be our first event, and we're gonna have a live DJ. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have us a
Yeah.
live DJ. Ooh,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a live DJ.
Gonna be nice, nice.
It's gonna
And
have.
this
Oh,
DJ here can play the music, all types of music. I mean, he's raw at it.
he's
I
wrong.
got
Yes, he is.
he's my cousin, so he gonna come and represent Big Six. He gonna represent. Yeah. But when you once you started doing this business, was it kind of like, was it easy for you when you first started, or was it kind of complicated? Because you're always gonna get either easy first starting out, complicated a little when you get going, or you're gonna get complicated going and easy when So which one was it for you when you first started?
Okay, well, it was complicated with me getting started because, like I say, me personally, if I'm gonna get shapewear, I gotta get shapewear for me to wear. So it was not so easy for me to find a vendor that have true to size garments. So I spent a lot of money finding the perfect vendor. I went through a lot of vendors trying until I found the right one, because some things that I have, they were like different sizes. The garments were not even the right size for me. They said it was a 3XL, but it was really a large. And I got dumped with I got left with a lot of garments that were extremely too small, and I couldn't even wear it. So it took me a while to find the right vendor. And once I found the right vendor, then I was okay. And so when I find one, I'm gonna stick to it,
Right.
and that's what I want to. I mean, we have garments like where you can wear up on the shorts, up on a short dress, up on a long dress. We have one of the queens. She's gonna be wearing one of the garments. It's shapewear, but it looks almost like lingerie, but it's so nice, so pretty. And then we have like some high waist pants. We have a body shaper dress that's long sleeve. And so if you for those women who got the little jiggling arms like myself, you'll be able to wear that long sleeve dress, and it would, bring that arm, so don't do all that jiggling, and it bring your waist in a little and things like that. Oh my goodness. So I'm just yeah. So it's gonna be really nice. So they'll be able to see, like, oh my goodness, this is the kind of shape where I've been looking for. And I'm glad you got these different shapes and size of women that's wearing it, because they're not used to it. So we're gonna go live also. So we're gonna go live on
Right.
Facebook. So I'm gonna be trying to set some things up so people be able to see, what it is. So hey, maybe they'll want to come. To the
Right.
next business expo or next event that we have, and we bring our queens. And so I told the queens, you just never know who's looking. This is why when you're doing things, you just never know who's paying attention, who's looking, because you don't never know who may say, I need some curvy models.
That's right.
I've been looking for some curvy, classy models that know how to model, know how to walk. Are they willing to travel? You just never know. So I'm always thinking outside the box. Like, this is not it for us. We can travel with the shapewear and go, be here and go 2 hours away traveling and bring the models, and have another business expo or a modeling event, and take it, to levels, and have a whole fashion show with just shapewear, dresses, clothes, makeup, hair, taking it, further than just a
Right.
business expo what we're doing, and I want us to be entertained. So we're gonna have a live DJ. We're gonna have us a poet. So
Right.
we're gonna have a nice looking king, and he's gonna be doing a nice little poem for us. I'm excited. I know he's gonna be nervous.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
looking for. He's
it's natural to be nervous. It's natural.
yeah, and especially in front of some beautiful queens, because they're gonna be looking at him.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, I'm what he's about to say. So I'm excited. Yeah, yeah. And so we're gonna have him there, and then with the live show, and of course I'm gonna be emceeing. Ooh, so it's gonna be fun.
Right.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be live. And then we're gonna have us some music. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna so right now we're gonna have us a cook. So I've had to change the menu up a few times, but I mean I'm just excited about it. It is going on. It is going down Saturday. It is going down.
Yeah.
It is going
Starting
down
at 10
or
a.m.
up. Or I know. Yeah, 10
Yeah.
a.m. So I'm excited about it. And all the people that are there that have been there to be a great support. We will be taking pictures there. So I will have a young lady that's gonna be there taking pictures. So y'all listen, anybody that's coming, they better come look cute. Don't come here with your bonnets on your head, because you're gonna end up getting caught up on Facebook Live. So I'm telling you, I hope they're listening in on tonight.
There's a few Instagram lives as well now.
Oh, yes.
I,
Oh,
I'm, I'm gonna like do
tell us
this.
about that. Tell us about that.
Well, when I spoke with you a few days ago, we were talking about the live. So
Yes.
what I would do is I would go live with the Speaking the Real IG at certain times. So it's going to be times when I'm gonna be going live with the Speaking the Real IG on all one.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So that yeah, so they you froze up on me. So I'm talking about us going live on Instagram. So you listen, Speaking the Real podcast of where y'all are being interviewed by this man of God. Y'all gonna be on Instagram. So if y'all not used to going on Instagram or being seen on Instagram, I'm telling y'all, this is gonna be like, it's gonna be epic, y'all. It's gonna be big. It's
Yeah,
gonna be real
like
nice.
one of my budgets is going to be a movie. See, because I'm also going to actually upload this on my YouTube page, Speaking the Real YouTube page. So it's to branch it out to get to let women know what you're doing. And I do that with everybody I actually work with. Anybody I work with, I advertise. I even advertise when they don't know I'm advertising. It's because it's I believe in advertising.
Yes, you do.
I was taught that first. You
Yes, you
advertise,
do.
but you gotta be ready to produce with what you're advertising. So and you
Right.
ready. You ready. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you ready.
listen, I'm telling you, hey, they probably gonna get more than what they even thought they were gonna
Right.
get. So
It's
that's what I'm saying. I'm
okay.
just excited. It's gonna be an overflow. It's gonna be an after effect from
Right.
this. And so I'm just excited because I also had you that was pushing me with the marketing and advertisement because I was like, oh my goodness. And it's like, go ahead, come on, Queen. I know you're tired, Queen. I know, Queen. I'm here to push you, push you, push you. And
Right.
you said, this is what I got. This is a video I got. I did another video, another. And so anybody that connects with this man of God, I'm telling you all, I'm telling you, y'all got yourself something. And y'all see, let me tell y'all something. Do not despise small beginnings. Because we look at people, we say, oh, child, this stuff. Look at her background. Look at her, look at what she's doing now. And she's all on Facebook and she don't know how to talk. And she listen, don't take it for granted. Don't look at my little yacky hair and overlook me and then mess around a year from now. I'm gonna be the celebrity. I'm not gonna be talking. I'm just interviewing celebrities. I'm gonna be the celebrity and
Right.
doing some
You on the
great
way.
things. You know what I'm
You
saying?
have
And then you're gonna want to be on
yeah.
Newbeing Queen talk show. You're gonna want to be on it. So you don't overlook people where they are, especially people who refuse to give up. You know,
Ooh.
and so I'm telling you, yes,
Ooh.
refuse,
That's right.
refuse, and
That's
that's
right.
where I'm at. Refuse to give up. So this has been a pleasure. Even connecting with you. Because this is not anything new to you. The podcast because you was on in Lake City, on their radio show in what 2005
But
to 2006.
Yeah, 2005, 2006. I was at the radio station WMJB Magic 107.7. I
You
actually
say
was
it.
I actually was told by a friend of mine. He was like, "Hey man, you like music?" And back then I was into the music real heavy, which I'm still
Uh-huh.
into it a little heavy now with my kids. But
Yes.
back then I was into it for myself. I was writing my own lyrics. I was doing poems and whatnot. But I was trying to get out there. And back then I was following. I had a book called This Business of Music, and
Okay.
one thing it talked about was radio stations.
Uh-huh.
So when I heard about this radio station, he told me going out there he needed a DJ. He said because I just left, I'm going further to do something else. So I went there and talked with the guy. He told me yeah, and that was Mr. William J. Johnson out of Gainesville, Florida. He actually, if I'm not mistaken, he helped with 103, 101.3 in Gainesville, and he helped build that before he did 101.7 Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a pastor now out of my.
Uh-huh.
His name was Master Blaster back then. His name is actually Keith Akins. So
Oh, okay.
he actually came up from Miami. I can remember this like it was yesterday. Him and his wife came and stayed up for a whole week and trained me.
They train you on radio how to be a radio host. Is
He
that
actually
what you're
trained me how
saying?
to he trained me how to use the knobs. He also
Yeah.
trained me how to go in and make recordings for commercials. He he just gave me the whole layout. He
Oh.
actual radio. See, I could DJ back then.
Yeah.
I DJed on Railroad Street at the pool hall, so I could always DJ. I just didn't know how to get on the radio and talk like we talking now. So,
Yeah.
and he gave me the name Mr. Lake City because when we rode
Oh,
around,
wow.
I would always tell him, "Oh, that used to be this, that used to be there, and that used to be this." And I tell him this, and I give him history on Lake City. He said, "Boy, you know Lake City like the back of your hand." So he said, "I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Lake City." And that was my name on the radio station, was Mr. Lake City.
Oh.
So I actually gave. I mean, my son actually got that name now. He uses it for him now because I actually just I didn't outgrow the name. He actually made the name bigger than what I made it because now
You bet. Oh,
he got
this
people in Atlanta, Tennessee, everybody. You know,
everybody call him Mr. Lake. Listen, we gotta talk about okay, well, let's talk about Mr. Lake City Jr. then. Let's talk about him because we know that you've been working with him. So
uh,
let's I mean I know this is it has nothing to do with your podcast and all that stuff, but you also work hand in hand with your son. Let's talk
well,
about the great things that he's doing.
listen, you see, I can't even stop smiling because every time, every time I think about my son,
Mhm.
and don't get me wrong, my daughters they go get us too now, but we talking about my
Oh
son.
yeah, I done
He,
heard one of them.
yeah, because he actually is the reason I'm back into the
Uh-huh.
entertainment. I
Right.
had I had said I wasn't gonna do music or do nothing with music because I had been hurt so bad in the music before I was incarcerated. I'm not gonna mess with it. But I told the guy that if I did, when I came home, the only way I would do it was my son. So my son, I mean, he's phenomenal to me. He works. He's one of the head salesmen at the Marriott in Jacksonville. They love him. They support him. And when I say they support him, they support him. He reads a lot of books. He's a bookworm. He's the only. I laugh at him because I tell you, you're 23 years old, still with a library pass because he goes to the library, still get books
I
out of the library.
know that's right.
He actually now he has a bookstore online, the way he sells books online. So
Right.
I'm just proud of him because he's just like me in
Right.
that go get it way, but he didn't go the direction I went at it.
Right.
He went a positive way, and I actually
Right.
sat my son down and talked to him about a story in the Bible that actually made me kind of put me on the remembrance of what me and him was doing, and it
Mhm.
goes back to David and Solomon
Mm.
build the ark because he had too much blood on his hands. Okay,
Mm.
but his son could do it. I felt like
Right.
I was so messed up before I went to prison in the drug game that I couldn't go
Mhm.
further in the music. So I was started
Oh,
that way, but I was grafted back into the music through my son. So that's why I'm so passionate about that. If anybody out there would want to know why I'm so passionate about my son music, is because I used that story of David and Solomon out of the Bible for me and my son. I was born before hip hop was born. So in the 70s, I was 8, 9 years old and and when it went from there, and then the rappers, I've been in it. So
Mhm.
that's what pushed me with my son. And I prayed when I was locked up that God would actually protect my kids from the lifestyle I live. Um,
Right.
because that lifestyle
Yes.
it brought me a lot of grief.
Right.
I had fun now, but I
Right.
also seen a lot. I lost a lot in that lifestyle that I wish
Right.
the day I had back, but I understand why I lost it. So
Right.
when I see my son, it's like, oh wow, now and then my baby girl when she comes behind him,
And your baby girl, is she the one that you shared the video with me?
yes,
Um, the one I
yes,
looked at. Okay, so that's your baby girl. Okay, because
that's my
like
baby girl.
listen,
She's 20. That's
baby girl doing it.
yeah, that's Carl Tony. She changed her name from Gold Dahlia to Carl Tony.
Okay.
And then I got my oldest daughter. I shot the video of her singing at my
Yes, you
nephew's
did.
reception, and that's Carltonette. I call her
Oh,
Breezy. Yeah,
okay. Breezy.
so yeah, yeah, and I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of them
Mm,
because I can look at their life and they haven't seen or been through the stuff I've seen and been through at their age, at the age I was.
right.
So
Right.
it's very good. They've been seeing an upside, and I love that. So I'm very
Mm,
proud of them. And like I say, I don't mind talking about them because I don't think Speaking the Real podcast would be Speaking the Real podcast if my son and my daughter wasn't into the music. I think I'd probably just be working and selling. Still probably selling my stuff because I'm going to hustle, but I
I know
wouldn't be
that's right.
I wouldn't be into
Right.
the podcast and the music if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't be back in it. But that's what I say if it wasn't
Right.
for them.
Because that's the thing right there, right? Like people don't understand why you're putting people out there. They're gonna want to know, well, who are you? You know,
Right,
like who are you to be doing this? Like they're gonna take a step back and say, well, what do I need with them when I have you? Because look at all the great things that you're doing. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. It's that, but I'm promoting them because it's where God would have me to be, and
right,
that's what I'm doing. So people they will get to know you because people they're busy wanting to. It's all about me, but you don't even understand. As you helping other people come up, you're coming up too. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
And
That's right.
a lot of people will not forget you when they're on their way up. You know what I'm saying? Because you was there with them when they had nothing.
Right.
And
I,
so that's
I
a
call
blessing.
those I call those people that that don't want to help you come up because they want to spotlight themselves. I call them. Those are people that are controlled by you. God is the creator, so you follow God and He'll send you where you supposed to go. Your light gonna shine regardless. And one thing I
Regardless.
if you believe when you believe in yourself, that's one reason I love Deion Sanders.
Hmm.
When you believe in yourself, you don't need anyone else light to shine. All you
Come
want
on.
to do, all you want to do is ignite them enough to make them want their light to shine.
Come on.
So if we can stop looking at it as if it was competition, and
Yes,
look
that's
at
it.
it as if it was unity, because there's no competition. Like I seen groups break up because one person wanted to be the lead singer, but you got to realize all the women in the audience yelling for all y'all.
All y'all cheering for all of you. Y'all make the group. Y'all make it good because
Right,
it's a variety. Now, instead of it being 4 or 5 of y'all up there
right,
singing together, dancing together, now you got to have a whole group of people, 10, 15 dancers behind you because it's just you and you got to do the entertaining because you can't stand up there by yourself and be able to hold the crowd all by yourself. You got to have somebody behind you. But when you had your group, you and your group can always come together, dance,
always,
sing together,
always,
but it's always something. And if for some reason, hey, the industry is like that where they'll come in and see one good person, like, you know what? You can do this by yourself and have all this to yourself and you won't have to share some of this money. I don't know. They'll try to split up a group. So I think it's more than just the person getting greedy. I think people get in their ear, to try to
that's
make
a
them,
lot of it.
yeah,
That's a lot of it, and we have to know who in our ear.
right.
Um, we honestly have to know, and the only way you're gonna know who's in your ear, you got to
Yeah. So when you talk about those people that are in your ear, you have to be careful even also of their motives. Like why are they in your ear? And why would they want you to leave the people that was there with you when this thing got started, when this thing began?
Right.
Why would they want you to, leave them behind, your friends or family members? Y'all started this thing together. Y'all been doing this probably a year or two before you even got to the
Right.
big leagues. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Now they
right.
want you to drop them. And then where is that going to lead them? Because they might have dropped out of college. They may have, they made their own sacrifices,
Right. To
like
help you.
you to help you right. And then, for help everybody as a group get to where they are. And then now you want to just drop them like a bad habit and then
Right.
sign on with somebody else. So that's something. It's just something, but I'm so grateful that we have someone like yourself that is here. You have so much more to offer. Can you tell us what is the name of your YouTube page so they can go in and they can look to see all of your different things that you do on YouTube, and anything else that you want to share about how they can follow you and to see some of the things that you're doing?
Okay. Well, if you want to follow me, you can follow me. My YouTube page is Speaking the Real Podcast. That's my Instagram page is Speaking the Real Podcast.
Uh-huh.
Go get it. And on Facebook, Carlton Clarity. I used to be Carlton Clarity Senior, but my Facebook page got hacked and everything got wiped out, even my IG. And I changed my IG then. I think that was God telling me then to change it from the Go Get 386 to the Go to Speaking the Real because things started coming to me more like that. But that's how you
Right.
can reach me on Facebook, Carlton Clarity, um, YouTube, Speaking the Real Podcast, um, IG Speaking the Real Podcast, and it's spelled
Right.
SpeakinReal. It's not spelled the with THE. It's spelled duh, and then
Duh.
it's not spelled with a G. The G is left out on the speaking.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking.
yeah,
Speaking.
I kind
Yeah.
of did it I kind of did it in like a country boy way because I remember when I was up in New York a couple of times and everybody used to call me country boy because the way I talk.
Uh-huh.
I talked with a slur, and I had a
Yes,
southern
yes.
accent. So, so everything I did, I kind of did it, I try to do it in a country boy way. But if I tell everybody with a city boy slang to it.
I know that's right. Hey, listen, you might as well take it on and say, I embrace my countrymen. I embrace being the country boy. Okay. And
Oh, I
nothing
love
is
it.
wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that is beautiful. I listen, this interview has been awesome. It has been real. You have interviewed me,
Yeah,
okay, on the Big Queen Talk Show.
yeah.
You have asked me
Cause I love
questions.
you,
We've talked
Queen.
about.
I love you, man. I mean,
I
you
love
don't
you
know,
too, King.
you don't know what you done for me. Actually, I've learned a lot just through the Texas. Okay, she's doing this, she's doing that. You see now, I ask you questions now. I ain't about to ask you questions now because I see this thing just like what I don't have, you have, and that's when you know God is involved because He's always gonna add to you. He don't take
Right.
away from you. He add to you. That's
Hmm.
what that's what He does. He add to you. He added you to speaking the real. He added you to Mr. Go Get It and all that. Yeah, and I thank
Amen.
you for.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
mean, I mean, goodness, I thank God for you because now we're gonna have somebody. I wanted somebody to be interviewed, and I didn't have to go look for it. Just happened, it was
Right.
just a thought, and it just happened. Let me tell you something. Your mind, listen, when they say your mind is a terrible thing to waste, you can think something and you can think it into existence. Who would have thought? I must have wanted that
Ephesians.
thing really bad because it didn't take long for it to manifest. And so I was so forever humble and grateful to God. I was like, God, wait a minute. Lord, I didn't even pray for it. It just happened. I was just thinking about it,
Right.
and it happened. And
That's
then,
Ephesians.
huh?
That's Ephesians.
Oh,
He give
this
he give you
Ephesians.
more you ask or think. He give you
Uh,
whatever
um,
you ask. Ephesians now.
Come on now. I'm talking about exceedingly and abundantly above all. I'm just, and
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm telling you, and and then my photographer that came, I was like, listen, we just don't have it, and just like with yourself, I was transparent with you, and then you was like, no. because this is the opportunity for me. And it was like, oh my God, because a lot of people, they want money. They want to get paid for doing stuff.
Nah,
I'm helping you out, so I'm gonna, this is what my fee and stuff like that. But you was like, no, I'm not I'm here to be a blessing to help out. And guess what? It's gonna help me. So it's like, okay, tell me and that's what I was saying to you. Tell people what your agenda is. Tell them what your motives are.
yeah.
Tell them what you plan on doing so people can decide if they want to do it or not. Don't be trying to be sneaky with
Right,
it. Be open and transparent with people so they can, instead of saying, well, his motive really was to get himself out there. But he should have just said that because I probably would have
right,
let him do it. But now he's not gonna get a chance to get it.
right.
So
That's
I'm
right.
glad that you were honest with me. You was open.
Open,
Mhm.
open is the best way because when you open, you actually get a solid yes or no.
Right.
When
Right.
you when you dodging around, you get maybes because the person
Yes.
already know you dodging around something, so they're gonna give you a maybe. But when
Right.
you open with them, they're gonna go and say, "No, I'm not going doing that." Or yeah, I
or, or they know they can sense in their spirit like something is not right, like they want something, and that's what made people not even want to deal with you because you're not transparent, you're not telling them the truth. They can sense that you're keeping something from them, and so they'll kind of push you away and say, I don't want to deal with it because it's something about them that's not right. And then what's not right is them being honest with you and trying to tell you the real reason why they're trying to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like if they
that's
just
right.
tell the truth, then it makes life easier if we just tell the truth while we're wanting to connect with people. So I forgot to put the P in soap. So when I was doing my little banner. But I am so excited we got a chance to come on here. So let me tell you what some of the queens said that did chime in on
Okay.
today. We got Queen Shari, she's probably still on. She said, "Come on, King Carlton." So
Oh,
true.
yeah,
Yes,
that's my
yes.
girl there. That's my
Uh-huh.
girl.
And then we have a woman of God, prophetess Katrina. She said abundant blessings. She's also about some of my shapewear. Queen Shari, she said, that's right. And Queen Letitia Wells, she's a pastor, woman of God, love her. Oh my goodness. I interviewed her and it was awesome. I said we're gonna have to bring her back. So I got to try to get this woman back because she talks about femininity. Oh, but we was talking so much. I was like, oh, girl, I feel like I want to be feminine. I don't want to carry no more bags. But she was so good. We got to get her on your podcast. She was good.
Okay.
So Sharice, she said, yes, Queen, yes. She's such a big help and an inspiration to myself. Queen Shari has been and is also such a blessing, such a sweet spirit. And she said, yes, tell the truth. And we have Queen Tangela Mitchell Rivers. I've had her inside of MBQ magazine, a beautiful soul, transparent, honest woman of God. She's also someone that you would definitely want to connect with to get on your show because she's beautiful, beautiful inside. Now she has some great things going on with herself too. She's awesome. And then you have the Queen Diane. Hey, my blood, my mother, Queen Diane. She said, Amen. Amen. Queen Shari said, yes. And then my mom came back again, speaking into existence. Yes, ma'am. So that's what we got. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been real on tonight. It's been real. Any more questions you got for me, King, before we get off this live?
Well, not right now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hey, but I know one thing. I'm geared up and ready. But because I know I'm gonna be there for the practice. I'm geared up and ready, man. I want to get as much footage as I can get because I really want people to see how you're working inside and out, even when it come down to the working with the practice and all that. Because people don't realize how much work you have to put in
Uh-huh.
on this.
Yeah.
Getting people to come in, getting people to understand you, and getting people to vibe with what you're doing. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of money. It costs. This stuff
Yeah.
it costs. I get to the point where I I don't ask for money because I always I honestly trust God to give it to me, and I trust it to come from Him. So it's gonna come, and but when you're doing stuff like what you're doing and people are listening.
I'm glad you said that.
Because and we see the times we're living in, everything is going up, and then we're trying to
Yes.
make something affordable for you in a way that can help you entertain you and all that. So it costs
It does.
anybody that wants to help. Just if you don't do nothing but share,
Yes, just share. Just share. Yep. Yep. That'd be
it
yeah.
doesn't matter because everybody got a friend, and I'm talking to the females now. Each one of y'all got a friend that wears shapewear or wants to wear.
Uh-huh.
Feed.
Yeah,
Hey, it don't kill you to just share it. That's
it,
just
it, it won't.
when y'all went to McDonald's to get that Popeyes, and the Popeyes made that little chicken thing. Everybody run around telling people to go run and go take the chicken out. Okay, well
And
let's
they
check
were
this
going to get it.
shapewear out. Yeah, let's check
So
this
I know
shapewear
that.
out. Let's come out and check out these buildings that's gonna be here. See what they got. Get their information, and let's bring some unity to our community, to our race, to our people, and all. Let's stop looking at color. Let's stop looking at women and men, and let's look at us as being human beings and just share, share, share. Even if I don't buy something from a person, I still share their stuff
I
because
know that's right.
somebody else may want it and I don't. And just because I
Right.
don't want it, don't mean I'm not gonna share it.
I know
Now,
that's right.
so yeah, we just gotta blend together. We gotta go get it. I got my little thing on here. You say I want to let you know, Queen. I tell you, but go get it. Now,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's a GGI. It stands for go get it. But I also
Uh-huh.
added something to it. So you could say it either go get it, God got it, or God
Oh,
got it, go get it.
oh,
Yeah. I told you.
God got it. Go get it.
I
Hey,
told
listen, I'm gonna take it
I
all.
told I'm on it,
God
Queen.
got it. Go get it. God got it. So let's go get it. Come
Right,
on. God
right,
got it. So let's go get it. Our daddy got it.
right.
That is beautiful. I listen. When you were talking, let me tell you what I seen. You know how before you right when you're getting ready to do the movie and everything is pretty much ready to go.
Uh,
And it's like we're talking to the people about the movie and we're hyping the movie up and telling people about the trailer, like doing the trailer or the interview about the movie, and it's getting people ready to know more about the movie. So you listen, King, you better bring this video on because I'm telling you now, it's gonna
I'm
be
ready.
epic. I'm telling you now, it's almost like letting people know that this movie that we're about to bring forward is gonna be really good. As I can see it, I can see it when you were talking. I was, oh, this is gonna be nice. It's gonna be like a movie or something. So I'm excited. The queens are excited. Some of them say, "Oh, I'm nervous now," and and I can understand the nervousness. I can understand, but we only had three queens the first time when they was doing like the photo shoot, and
Uh,
they were absolutely beautiful. And I was like, oh my goodness, y'all skin is so radiant and beautiful. They did not come to play, they came to slay, and they were just absolutely gorgeous. And so they've been preparing all this time. I'm excited to see, a little bit more. So it's gonna be, almost, it's gonna be a few more other queens that's added to the ones that we have. So I'm excited to see how they're gonna look, how they're gonna put things together, how they're gonna walk out in their heels and whatever else they're gonna have on. So I'm excited. They're not coming to play. They're coming to do.
now you just made me have a question for you. So the models
Are you gonna ask what they're gonna be wearing?
where they fit themselves for it, right? Because I heard you saying that they ready they're gonna be putting on the are they fitted for it or do they fit themselves for
Now the shapewear, they already have the
it? Mhm.
shapewear, and they put the shapewear on, so they know what they're gonna look like with the shapewear. Oh, we don't listen. These queens, I'm telling, they're not playing. They already have their shapewear. They know what their shapewear gonna look like. And listen, if you gotta, one thing about shapewear, you just can't go in and just throw it on. You got to get into that baby. So they already got their shapewear. They already got their stuff. I'm telling this, they're gonna be so they listen. They already fine. But these queens gonna be fine, fine with the
Right.
shape where they're gonna be pretty, they're gonna be beautiful. So we're gonna have one or two security staff out there. I'm excited. I done told y'all about everything that's gonna happen on
Right.
Saturday night. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be decent. And so my mother, my queen, she's gonna be here. She said, um, um, she said, she said, "Come on with it." I love the slogan. She thought that I love the slogan. And then you
Thank
have
you.
Queen Shari. She said, "Oh, we now I like the slogan. She loved it too." And then she came back and said, "We come to shut the show down."
Right. That's how you gotta think.
Ah,
That's how you
so
gotta think.
you got to be. I'm talking about. Do I said, I me personally, honey child, I cannot wear no heels. But oh my goodness,
Don't
if
do that.
I
You
was,
look
ooh,
good now.
if I was
That's all
able
right.
to wear them heels and walk up them steps, let me tell you. See, my mama has this walk. She's sachet and stuff like this, sway to one side. See, I learned to walk a little different because I used to work at the prison, and you know how y'all guys in prison. If you see a woman walking, y'all be like y'all, because you mean y'all gonna look. So I had to learn to walk a little still.
It's in motion. It's in motion.
Yes, I had to learn how to, walk a little still. I had to learn how to walk so, and I still got that
Put a little
walk.
style to
And,
it.
yeah, so I mean, so my walk had to change. I used to walk a little, looser and stuff like that, and then I had to learn just girl, you gotta change that walk up. It took me a while to get a different walk, but I literally had to change my walk because I walked like my mom. My mom, I told her, she had on the shapewear, she had on the waist trainer tonight. And
Uh,
and I said, all right, mama, I'm gonna call you up and have you put that waist trainer, have that waist trainer on, have you to show that waist trainer off. You showing me and stuff. I'm gonna have you to model the shapewear, the waist trainer. But I'm gonna tell you, she one of them women. She will do it. You give her a call out if you want to. She one of them
right.
queens that will get up there and she will do it. So I don't know, mama. Mama may be one of the secret weapons that we that we have from the audience that she gonna get one of her shapewears. And it was another older queen.
Mhm.
Um, that my mom knows. I ain't gonna tell the name, ain't gonna tell the name. But I
No.
was talking to her about modeling a shape when she was like, I'll do it. And I said, don't play with me. Don't play with me because I will call you up. I will call you up.
Well,
So but
after a while, you watch to see now. You're gonna have to hold some of them off. I got enough of this show. Hey, after a while, so you just keep the door open till you can, it's gonna happen.
so
It's gonna happen.
yes, I'm telling because I mean, but it just amazing how when you push forward and do it. I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna go. It was a moment like over a month ago that I wanted to give up. And so, for those of you out there, I want to share this with you to tell you a transparent moment of mine. Before we got to where I'm at now, although I had started doing the shapewear business expo, I was excited about, and then things just started happening, and I got discouraged, and other things was going on. And person, some of you know about my situation with my grandson, and I don't know, I just felt I just don't want to go anymore. And then I moped around for like 2 days, and Holy Spirit grabbed me and it was like, listen. You know how much you're walking around and somebody just spin you around, and I felt that's how the Holy Spirit did me. And then I was like, oh, I just don't think it's just gonna work. I'm gonna call it off, and the Holy Spirit say, "How dare you? Something that you love doing, you dreamed of doing this, something that you can't even help yourself doing. This gives you great joy. It's more than just shape. Where it's ministry for you because it helps it build up women to encourage and inspire them, bring them together. It's more than just shapewear. You can talk to women. It's their confidence level goes up. You minister to them. You talk about how beautiful they are. How many women need that? You know, and then so I began to look at it. I've always looked at it like it was ministry. I always looked at it. But sometimes when things are not going the right way, or we don't think it's going the right way, the enemy want to come and bring frustration. He wants to come and whisper in your ear and bring doubt, and make you, discourage you and things like that. When that spirit came upon me, I just want to just give up. And then Holy Spirit jolted me, jerked me, spent me around. And when I moved forward, I tell you, it was like the next day, this person said, aren't you doing this thing right here? Aren't you doing that? And I was like, yeah, I'll take pictures. You want me to take pictures while because I mean, I was like, yeah, would you do that? And I got in my car and I didn't know if I wanted to cry. I didn't know what to do. And then my poet, King Derek came and he talked about you. And then I was like, God, what are you doing? And you was like, I don't want no money. I'm not charged. I'm not doing no. I just want them to be a blessing because this is an opportunity. See, we don't think that what we're doing is another opportunity for someone else. People are looking for you to do what you're doing so they can be a part of that because they was looking for something like this.
Right.
And these some of these
Looking for an
queens were
outlet for the
looking.
light.
Right. They were looking for an opportunity. And so we don't even know we'll answer to someone's prayer. And when you feel that spirit of discouragement come upon you, you know that's something you know you need to go ahead and do. Come on. You need to do it because the enemy wants you to stop because there's so many other people that's going to be attached to the dream that God has given you and then how you're going to be a blessing to them. And they want to come in return and be a blessing to you and help you doing what you're doing. They help get you up
All
and
right, now.
running.
Speaking
My
now.
God. And I
All right,
didn't even see it like that until you said, this is an opportunity for me. I've been looking for something like this. I've had
right.
some queens said, I've been looking for opportunity like this. I've been wanting to model. And it was like, oh my God, and so it just has been a whole blessing. It has been
That's
a
the
whole
thing.
blessing. It has blessed my
That's what
life.
perseverance is.
Yes.
You got to you kept going no
Yes.
matter what door you thought was closed. You just kept going, perseverance. Because
Yeah, I did
we
have to
don't know
stop.
out there, we don't know who God got out there for us. All we
Right.
know is keep walking, keep going forward. And one thing I tell my kids and people I talk to, when you chosen mean even if you don't want to do the job, you're gonna do it. Even if
You're
you
gonna
don't
do
want
it.
to do it, you're gonna do it. When you call, you have a choice. To me, that's how I feel. When you call, you have a choice. That's why I say
Hmm.
many are called,
Come
but
on.
few are chosen. See, just like Jonah in the whale. Hey, you might not want
Eh,
to go to Nineveh, but you're going, Jonah.
you're going. You're
Right.
going, Jonah. Not Joker, but you're going, Jonah. Whether you like it or not, but you're going, Jonah. you know so I just wanted to encourage somebody to just let them know you have to continue doing what God has called you to do. And even if it don't make any sense to you, and even if others are trying to tell you should not do it, you should stop doing it, or you should think maybe you should stop doing all of this, maybe you're doing a little too much. You will know when you're doing a little too much. You'll know when you're overwhelmed. You'll know when you put too much on your plate. You will know. And so I'm just excited about it. And just excited. I'm like, God, I don't know what you're gonna do. But I know that what little bit
So
you
I
showed me, God, you
so
finna do something big and amazing for the people that's coming. He's gonna show us something great. And so I'm excited about it. And I believe it's gonna be an after effect from what we're doing. It's going to be great. It's going to be more. And I haven't found a venue because I was trying to think of a venue for next year so that we'll know what we're going to be doing next year and have a date. So I haven't found a venue yet, but God is able to let us know what we're going to be doing next year. But there is something to come. There is something to come because there will be another fashion show. Listen, uh,
most definitely. But you
I'm going to
told me
stop.
you said you want to do at least one or two a month after a while, so it's gonna be more.
Yes, so
No,
I
I heard
yes,
what you said.
yeah,
Every
yes,
it's
yeah,
gonna be more. Trust me, it's gonna be
yeah.
more.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about. I'm gonna read these off for a few. So Queen Cherie said, "Come on, Queen Mama." She's talking to my mama. She said, "Yes, Lord, that God blessing. Yes, ma'am." So Mama, yes, ma'am, yes, Lord. And then this woman of God, she better not say anything. Don't Queen and Apostle Carolyn Washington, don't start tonight. I'm trying to get off. I want you saying too much. She said it would never make sense to us, but it always makes sense to God. She don't need to start tonight with me
Amen.
because I did not come on this show to cry. So I'm not gonna be reading her
Right.
post.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she'll have me crying. And
Mess your makeup up.
yes, and I actually put some lashes on.
Right.
I'm keeping my lashes on until Friday. And I don't want
Okay.
none of my lashes coming off of me cockside. I want to keep them on. But this has been, this has been a whole blessing and an honor again to have you on Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I don't take it for granted. I mean, the whole ordeal, what God has done. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Uh, this whole ordeal, what God has done, is amazing, and people have to hold fast to their dream and not give up, no matter what. Because right when you get ready to give up, right when you feel like you're ready to break, when you're ready to give up, when you're on edge, that's when your breakthrough is coming, and it came from me. So I was telling about it. Don't stop, and all the sacrifices you made was not in vain.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, King Carlton, thank you for coming on
Hey,
tonight. You've
hey,
been such a phenomenal guest. I
hey,
love
thank
you,
you.
and I
I love you
thank you
too.
for your time. And I want to tell you, kings and queens out there, Mama, Queen Shari, Queen Carolyn, uh, uh, Letitia, Queen Prophetess Katrina. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for chiming in. And for those of you that came in and but you did not comment, thank you. Thank you. I love you all. Y'all take care of yourselves. Until next time, y'all know we're going to have more guests to come on Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I love you all so much. Y'all take care of yourself. Peace and blessings.
Good night.